Hey, good afternoon, Justice Warriors. Coming at you on Tuesday, March 7th. It's just about 20 minutes after 2, and I'm going to do my all-star report or my Cliff Notes of this morning's live. So the first thing I wanted to say about it is that to me, law enforcement being so nonchalant about the 8-hour delay in Bethany and Dylan not calling 911 or somebody calling 911 after 8 hours. That nonchalant attitude to me is what makes me the most suspicious of the law enforcement. So I just wanted to throw that out there. That attitude, the attitude, like they should be miffed, they should be frustrated, they should not be all chill, like, oh, no biggie. That's fine. That's cool. Okay, so somebody named DM or the handle DM in my chat asked about tunnels in Idaho and if anybody has looked into that, which I haven't heard about anybody looking into that yet. But it seems like that's often a part of these types of crimes and potential trafficking, right? I remember tunnels in the Suzanne Morphew case. Um, there's a lot of tunnels in Indiana. I'm in the state of Ohio, so Indiana is known for its tunnels, but I'm pretty sure there's tunnels everywhere. Like Colorado, I know there's a lot of tunnels. Anyway, I thought it was interesting that the handle is DM. Very curious, right? So, um, the computer angle lighting distortion with hair. I wanted to bring that up again in the aspect of the Kylie Rodney last proof of life photograph from, I think it's called the East Lake Deli or East Side Deli. That photograph that there's been so much dispute of, is it Kylie, is it Sammy? I just want to say that the computer has a mind of its own and it does all kinds of weird things with shapes and sizes and especially hair. So I'm still under the impression that that still shot from the surveillance camera is actually Kylie Rodney. I don't uh, have a problem with people who think that it's not her. I see their points very clearly, but I do find it curious that nobody has seen the surveillance footage, that just that one still shot. That's mm, very sus, in my humble opinion. So, also very sus is the deleted LinkedIn account of Kaylee Gonzalez, 11:58 p.m. on November 13th on Sunday night. The LinkedIn account was deleted, allegedly, according to Olivia, her sister. Um, so what was it that was on that LinkedIn account that people were trying to keep secret? She was going to be employed by a company called Extreme Tech in Austin, Texas. That job was to have started this past month of February. And she had apparently done an internship for the company before. So that internship would probably be on her resume, which would be on the LinkedIn. I would think possibly the job that she was about to start might have been on there too. It's just very curious that it was deleted so quickly and who deleted it. So, the criminal defendant specifically being interested in gathering evidence in rural areas, or did he just word his application for the Pullman PD assistantship position like that, specific to the job description? Like, was that really his interest, or was that what they were looking for? So he wrote that he was interested in that to try to fit the bill. I feel like that is paramount what the outcome of that interview process was. And Kaylee's dad reported that she had said to him that there really is something about to all this trafficking. That was Annie Potts, my brilliant subscriber who gives so much good information in the chat. Anyway, I remember that vaguely when Steve G reported that his daughter had said something to him to the effect of that there really is something to all this trafficking. And according to Annie, it was in reference to the job that she had and things that she was learning that with the company. The company. I don't know if it's the company or if it's extreme high tech company. If you follow my drift. So it surprises me both that Kaylee would have known if there was something going on like that, and it surprises me even more that she would say something to her father. That's pretty wild. And a lot of people have been wondering this for a while. Probably you have too. Is how did Kaylee land this really high paying entry level position at this high tech company at 21 years old? That's very curious, and it could be because she is was an amazing person, extremely talented, extremely bright, had everything going for her. But it's a good question. I mean, first of all, entry level positions aren't usually high paying, right? So I think that's the biggest question about that. And in reference to Kaylee and Maddie separating from their sororities, I kind of think about it like when you go through a breakup or when you quit a job or you're fired. So often people try to say things are mutual and they try to say it's all amicable, right? And it doesn't really matter whether you quit or got fired. What matters is if you were invited to the party or not, right? Um, so I just wonder. I wonder about that whole sorority quitting thing. I really wonder, especially because of the financial. Oh my goodness, um, there were payments allegedly made on. I'm trying to remember who said this so I can kick them their credit. On 11/13, 3:30 a.m., there were several payments made to a leader in the sorority Greek system, Elizabeth Katovich, Katovich. That's crazy. Like, really? What's up with that? 3:30 a.m. that same morning, November 13th. Who paid and how much and what for? Why? Why does it just happen to be at 3:30 in the morning that morning? That is wild. I'll try to remember who said that so I can put your name in the comment section below or in the description or something. I apologize for not getting your name down. What else do I have on here? Steve Gonzalez's brother, there's a Nathan Gonzalez that is not related apparently to the Gonzalez family. So I finally did Google that, and the only thing I could find was this Nathan Gonzalez, who was arrested for possession of methamphetamines, I think, but that there's not a relationship to Kaylee. So I just wanted to bring that up. Um, Also, the photographs or photograph that Dylan posted of herself with Kaylee on that night of November 13th. Some people say she posted it at 12:30 a.m. Some people say it was 3:30 a.m. But whatever time it was it one of the photographs from the party the night before? Which photo was it? And it would matter if she posted it at 3:30. That'd be even more compelling of suspicion than if it was at 12:30. So Jay is for justice has just been kicking it, hitting it out of the ballpark lately. And she said something on one of her lives last night that really hit me good. The fact that no one is coming out to cry foul for Brent Kopaka being offed in the SWAT team incident is absolutely key as far as being suspicious. Normally, if an Army vet is injured or hurt, especially by law enforcement, especially if deceased, there would be like rallies that people just come out of the woodwork for to fight for the rights of Army vets, as they should, in my humble opinion. Absolutely, they should. And they would be crying foul and they would be demanding justice for Kopaka. Why? Why so quiet? All we get is crickets over there. Nothing from friends, nothing from family, nothing from Army vet agencies, support groups, that type of thing. That's nuts. So Kaylee, like Kylie, was considering not going to that party, right? The party that she went to as Dylan's plus one the night before at the sorority that she had just quit. Interesting, huh? Um, let's see. People were saying that I should probably do a list again of the things from this case, Idaho 4, that parallel Kylie Rodney's case. I did a list just a couple of weeks ago of about 10 things. But for those of you that remember, with Kylie Rodney and Trinity Backus, I made a list that kept growing and growing and growing back in November. It grew to roughly 70 parallels or matches, consistencies, common denominators between Kylie Rodney and Trinity Backus. And I still am not saying definitively that the two cases are related. They only have 70 things in common. So, whatever. They may or may not be. Joking, not joking, right? Um, so I do have a lot of information from very trusted sources, and I keep that under my hat. I don't say much about where I get just my knowledge of the bigger picture of what's going on in these types of cases. And I did want to share that one of my sources that I can be open with, because they're retired, is an FBI agent. So a retired FBI agent has clued me in to things that I did not want to know, but it's important to know. It's important to know because it keeps you safe. And, um, you know, a lot of that has to do with the gang type of activity that we keep talking about. Also, my mod, Kale DePenna, brought up a new case that's so sad. It was a 16-year-old boy that went. His parents reported him missing February 25th in Arizona, and he was just found in the Mojave County, wrapped in a blanket, and there's been three people arrested in relation to his demise, and two of those three are the mother and the father. Really disgusting. Really, really, really disgusting. The last name is Valentine, so I'm sure we will all want to look more into that. If you have the capacity for it, the bandwidth. One of my viewers recommended a movie on Netflix. I think it's a movie. It might be a mini series called The Luckiest Girl Alive. So that sounds like some interesting homework. They said that that movie would kind of put a lot of this into context. So I'm curious about that. Um, Another viewer, I'm sorry I didn't write your names down, you guys. I thought I was grabbing all of that info, but it is so hard. It's going a mile a minute. It was such a lively conversation today, you guys. Like, I mean, it was phenomenal. I thought yesterday was good. You just keep cranking it up a notch, um, which is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's hard to keep up with, but it's awesome. So the viewer commented that on J is for Justice, listening to some of the body cam footage, I think it was, that Kopaka was tossing documents off the third floor from the apartment. Maybe it was on the SWAT radio, not so much the body cam footage. But I had not heard about documents being tossed off the third floor. That's really wild. I'm very concerned about the connection with Kopaka and the Idaho for the potential connection or lack thereof. But I do think that it's very telling that Army vets have not been coming out to speak up for him. I think there's something to that. There's most likely something to that. I did not give my disclaimer at the beginning, so I'll give it here at the end. Everything I say is simply my opinion, simply for the sake of conversation, hoping to open up a discussion. And my videos are made specifically for YouTube, which is an entertainment platform. I hope that my videos are educational. That's what I gear them towards. And I am always hoping to learn something new every day. And if I do, then it's a good day. Um, and please hit that like, thumbs up, share, subscribe if you feel like that's something you would want to do. It doesn't cost you anything except a moment of your time, and it really helps out the channel a great deal. So it's really awesome having my channel, and I am just so grateful for your watching. Really, honestly, you watching is doing me a huge favor. So thanks, and I hope that it's been beneficial. And if you like what you see, then you might want to check out the one from this morning. That it was really long. It was like an hour and 20 minutes. I keep trying to shore things up. So I'm going to wrap this right now. Have a really great rest of your afternoon. Make sure that you take really good care of yourself. Get your rest, your relaxation, your exercise, your nutrition, high protein, high produce, especially high in veggies, and stay hydrated, eat, pray, love, and respect is paramount. That you do not allow yourself to hang out with people that you don't respect, and don't allow people that don't respect you anywhere near you, right? And be kind and demand kindness. So, namaste. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much. Sending you light and love.